and welcome to this introduction on these readings. So the readings that I'm going to be doing here have to do with deep karmic soul connections, the indescribable kind. There are lots of buzzwords that go around about these soul connections, these karmic connections, these connections that tend to cycle around and around and around and around. There's soulmate connections, and you can have lots of soulmate connections as far as we know. I expect more terms to come up as they come up. Soulmates can be very rewarding. They can help you to heal. They can be very soothing. They can be challenging as well, but not the most challenging that I am aware of. But soulmates are usually another person that you meet that you vibe with, and you really enjoy being around them, and you feel a deep connection, like, oh yes, you get me, I get you. And there's a bit of a mirror going on, right? You give them permission and you give yourself permission, right? It's a little bit of a mirror going on there. And then there's twin flame connections. Those tend to be very, very triggering. There tends to be a runner and a chaser. There tends to be a separation period and then a reconnection period. This connection in particular is one that I have had fascination with as of late. And I have discovered some things in astrology that have helped me to understand both soulmate and twin flame connections. They are both karmic, and they both require understanding, and they both require us to tap into our spirits and learn how to unconditionally love. So yeah, that's what these readings are going to be about. They're going to be, ranging from what's going on in your connection, how's your person feeling, how are you feeling, how can you ascend. The real point of this is to dip into unconditional love, spirit, source, the inexplainable universe, right? That is definitely concerned with you and definitely concerned with me, is definitely concerned with us learning how to love each other, how to sacrifice for each other, and then allow people to sacrifice for us, right? There's a mirror here. There is a permission giving. There's a do unto others as you'd have them do unto you kind of thing. So I hope to make this as fun as possible. We'll use transits. Let me share my screen here so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is an example of transits. So when I'm doing these readings, we will look at the transits for the month, and we'll point out where the sun is. And then I'll do a reading for each of the signs. And I'll be able to tell you astrologically what could be going on for them. And then we'll use tarot to ask some questions and go a little bit deeper. And then we'll use oracle cards as a way of healing. What can I do about this? How can I move through this moment right now? Because we are connected in these karmic connections and in these karmic cycles, what we need to do is learn how to sort of break the cycle or grow out of the cycle. If we keep repeating the cycle, nothing changes. We don't grow, they don't grow. But you are here because you know something needs to change, something needs to happen. I cannot live like this anymore. I cannot, keep repeating the same cycles over and over again. So what I want to do for you is give you insight with using tools that I have dug into for the past 2 years, dug really hard into this very subject. And I'll give you examples from my soulmates, right? People who I connect with too. I'll give you examples. I'll probably mention them as their sun signs come up. And I will also give you an example of a twin flame union that I have personally experienced, and it is very triggering and very, very difficult to go through. So you need to know you're not alone. That's what you really need to know. And what to do about it. Just keep crying all the time, or fucking do something about it, right? And there's fears that are associated with that too. If I do something about this, will I lose it? What will happen to the connection? Oh my God, so many fears, right? But really, those are only fears because they are only what you see right now. You're only seeing it with your eyes right now. What you need to see with is through the eyes of unconditional love. And that's the lens that we're going to use to see yourself, right? So because soulmate, karmic connections, twin flames tend to be mirrors of each other, you are going to be healing your soulmates, your twin flame, your karmic connections by healing yourself. And that is where the real cool magic is, that by you pursuing your own health, right? Your own spiritual health, your own spiritual understanding, your own spiritual ascendance, right? Evolution, right? Emotional too. Spiritual and emotional. If spiritual is an uncomfortable word, emotional definitely can help with that word. So this is meant for you. For me, it's an exploration for me as well, to learn how to grow from these connections and grow closer and closer to your highest self, your highest vibration, grow closer and closer to spirit and unconditional love, so that you can successfully sort of love, heal, and move on or move to a better state of being with those karmic connections, if that makes any sense. And it should make sense to you, because that's probably why you're here. So join me. We'll use lots and lots of astrology. We'll use lots and lots of tarot cards and oracle decks, and we'll see what happens together. How about that? But I have some great insight, and I feel very compelled and very called to share these insights so that I can help other people with the things that I have learned. This is deep learning, deep truth, deeply triggering, deeply painful, and deep, significant growth through these relationships. We might even cry together. I might cry. I'm an air sign. I hate crying, but whatever. It'll happen. Alrighty. So congratulations on saying yes to the universe, yes to knowing and understanding and learning with unconditional love. Know that you're not alone. Know that you are supported. Know that you are supposed to go through this on purpose so that you can become a better person. So congratulations. You chose